Welcome to a new segment on the channel called The Inquisition. I'm your host, Deuterocomical, and today we have Trent Horn. Trent, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Just want to say right off the bat, out of all the Catholic apologists on the scene today, you are definitely one of them.
Certainly am.
Yeah.
I work very hard to be one of those apologists
absolutely.
instead of one of the other ones who aren't.
Yeah, so apologist, speaker, author, debater. Which of these qualities do you admire the most about Jimmy Akin?
Probably bearded wonder. One day I want to get there, but at the rate my beard grows, it'll probably take about 1,000 years.
Well, that's fair. So would you consider yourself an apologist, a professional apologist?
Yeah, that's part of my job description. Yeah, I'm an apologist.
So what are you apologizing for? What exactly?
Well, apologetics isn't about actually apologizing. It comes from the Greek word apologia, which means...
you don't need to make up fancy words to impress me. Just tell me what it means.
No, it's a Greek word. It means to be ready to give a reason or a defense for something.
Oh, okay.
It's a real word.
Oh, okay. So you're kind of like the Pope's lawyer in a way?
More of an advocate for the faith, but sometimes for the Pope, yeah.
Okay. So you work for the church, essentially. I'm guessing that comes with perks?
No, Catholic Answers is an independent 501c3, so we just promote the Catholic faith. So we don't work for the church. We do own Catholic.com. I'm sure they'd like to get that.
But
from
do you
us.
do you still get discounts on indulgences when you purchase indulgences?
No, because there's no discount because there's no cost for an indulgence. You don't give money for indulgences, you know. Yeah.
Okay. But off the record, do you get a discount on indulgences?
No, there's no discount because there's no money involved. Has been for 500 years.
Okay. So this is the 10th annual Catholic Answers Conference.
Yes.
How many more conferences do we need to do before you actually answer all the questions? Why is it taking so long?
Well, we are moving at a steady pace, but there's always new questions from new people, I suppose. It's more not about answering all the questions, about equipping people to go out and have these important conversations.
Okay, fair enough. I was researching a bit your background. So you were born Jewish, but then you became Catholic as an adult. So are you trying to one-up Jesus? Is that what you're going for?
Nope. I think I'm never going to one-up him in really anything. Half my family's Jewish, and the other half are former Catholics. So I was raised pretty non-religious.
Gotcha.
So Jesus was raised in a very religious household. I wasn't. So he one-ups me there.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So I also read that you enjoy the Byzantine liturgy. Do you still attend Byzantine liturgy?
From time to time, yeah.
But for the most part, you don't anymore, or do you?
For the most part, I do not. We now attend the Novus Ordo at the church where our children attend school.
So you finally you kind of quit the LARP, the Byzantine LARP,
I wouldn't say that it was a LARP. I would say that it was a wonderful
character development.
It's a wonderful visit.
Okay.
You can visit places without saying you live there.
Yeah,
I think.
So you've written a lot of books. So Answering Atheism, Persuasive Pro-Life, Case for Catholicism. I actually have a few of your books on my nightstand. They get a lot of use. So I really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I'm having trouble falling asleep, I just pick one up. A couple pages in, I'm lights out. So really appreciate you writing those.
Yeah, people who sometimes struggle with reading comprehension, that can happen to them every now and then.
All right, I didn't know you were gonna. Okay. Speaking of your books, I've got your latest book here, Confusion in the Kingdom. How much did the GOP pay you to write this? Or was it Donald Trump? Did he directly pay you to write this?
Really interested in who pays me. I like sharing the truth with people. I think that's its own reward.
So this is exactly what you believe. No one's paying you for this.
Nope.
Okay.
I put what I believe in a book, and people will buy the book, and if it helps them, it helps them. Okay. So I think that's a good thing.
So can you compare and contrast this book with some other books?
Well, it's shorter than other books. It's religious. Other books are non-religious. Yeah. I don't. It's a bit of a broad question.
Compare it to a classic like To Kill a Mockingbird or The Great Gatsby, or the Bible. I don't.
Compare
and contrast.
So To Kill a Mockingbird is a fictional book, and this is a non-fictional book. That would be two big differences there. Mm-hmm. One is fiction about racial injustice in the American South and coming-of-age story, and that book was about bad liberal ideas in the church. So I guess both books talk about bad ideas, I guess.
So To Kill a Mockingbird is talking about racism. This probably talks about how racism doesn't exist, right?
No, it does say there is racism,
Oh, okay.
but some
I
people
haven't read it, obviously, so yeah.
that shows. Yeah, no, it's talking about how some people in the church say things are racist or demand people take certain anti-racist positions that the church doesn't oblige.
Okay, gotcha. What would you say is harder to do, defending the latest statement from Pope Francis or defending your choice in a barber?
Well, my wife Laura actually cuts my hair.
Well, that explains it. Yeah.
Okay, what's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. Nothing.
You know what's the difference between my wife's videos and your videos? My wife's videos are funny.
Okay, that's uncalled for, but fine. If you don't like my questions, we can move on to some of my fans submitted some questions.
Okay.
I mean,
You have fans?
A couple, yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow. That's interesting.
So this one comes from Peter Diamond. He wants to know if your last name is in reference to devil horns. Is there any truth to that?
Nope. I'm sure I'm going to give an answer, and he will give a 2-hour interesting video reply to my answer.
That's fair. This next one comes from James White. He wants to know if you watched his debate with Jerry Matitix in 1990.
No, I was busy playing Pogs in the 90s. I love the 90s, but I don't want to live there all the time.
But did you go back and watch it at any point?
No, there's other things from the 90s I'd rather watch, like the Power Rangers.
He seems to think that if you watch it, you'll become a Calvinist. So maybe you're just afraid to watch it because you know what will happen.
No, there's just many other things from the 90s I'd find more edifying than that very old James White debate, I guess.
Okay. This one comes from user tradgroiper911. Actually, I think I'll skip that one. I don't want to get demonetized. That's probably a good idea.
Hi, good idea, yeah.
So your wife Laura, she quit YouTube. How has that affected your channel, if at all?
I don't think it's affected my channel. I think it's been really good for our family that I think she's put out great content. Now she focuses just on serving our family, and she had just a nice set of content out there that people are really blessed by.
Yeah. So in your dialogue with atheists, you often point out how holding the negative position still requires a burden of proof, right? Like you don't just get off.
Yes, that's right.
So keeping that in mind, like there's some rumors going around that you told Laura to shut down her channel, like you forced her to do that. How do you prove that didn't happen?
Well, I think you could just ask Laura herself. That would probably be the best evidence there. And she would say that was firmly her decision. I support whatever she wanted to do with that.
Could we ask her, like, you want to just call her right now and settle it on the air?
No, I don't think we I don't think we have to do that.
Yeah, because there's also some people saying Tim Gordon really rubbed off on you, and you decided to like. She needs your permission to have a channel, and that's why.
I think.
No?
You know what? Laura is free to do her channel, and I do mine by myself as a gentleman defending the faith. And I think we could probably wrap. I think we covered enough ground. Maybe we should just wrap up.
Yeah.
You know? We're good.
Well, folks, that's the end of this segment. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Hey, so I actually forgot to reserve my hotel room. Do you have an extra bed in your? Or how big is the bed in your room? Is it like a queen, a king?